Your awakening message begins now. So open your soul. 1. An outsized blast of high-frequency gamma photon light weighed compact the Earth's force field and penetrated into Earth's lower atmosphere. These frequent 42 Hz waves of incoming crystalline lightweight are occurring on a gentle basis currently each few days since late 2018. The last wave of energy that came in displayed a special offset carrier wave that contained a multidimensional array of galactic knowledge concerning how the new Earth reality can manifest. This knowledge was decoded by bound members of the World Alliance, and also the contents of this message is displayed below. The message is in a very Pleiadian teaching format and conveys advanced ideas associated with the creation method, in a very realistic and easy-to-understand manner. Some are beneath the impression that the ascension of planet Earth is simply happening by some probability of the cosmos, which the event is returning to Earth, from some outside source. We tell you the reality, that, even supposing benevolent beings are aiding within the ascension method by deflecting high-frequency lightweight to Earth, ultimately, you alone are going to be the reason behind the event happening. And after you are finally prepared, expensive one, then it begins. We gift this Pleiadian message and teaching currently, to you, the starseeds of Earth. The primary purpose of this message is to clarify and change the understanding of however the new Earth can come about to humanity and the way you'll move your being into this higher, nicer reality, on a private level prior the collective, right now. We the Pleiadians are cosmic specialists for teaching you concerning 5D as a result of our planet, era, within the Pleiades exists during this dimension. This can be conjointly the dimension wherever all the races of the Galactic Federation of Worlds exist. Fifth dimensional Earth is the same factor because the new Earth and also the same factor as heaven. A dimension isn't an area, however a state of consciousness, or a state of being that has a certain wave frequency or resonance. There are 5 human mapped states of consciousness that specifically match the primary 5 dimensions of this universe. The highest formally mapped state of consciousness on Earth is that the gamma brainwave state. Gamma could be a high-frequency state of being wherever feelings of blissfulness, beauty, wonder, power and unimaginable love occur. When you are the foremost happy, in love, elated, high and simply feeling super wow, this can be the gamma state of being. Up to the present purpose in Earth's history, beings on Earth have typically solely practiced this state of being a couple of times in one incarnation. When you hear of the accounts and descriptions of heaven by those that have practiced it firsthand, the descriptions are all the same. It's improbably lovely and also the senses expertise abundant higher levels of data and ecstasy. The gamma frequency is 4299 Hz and matches the vibration of the 5th dimension. Frequency or vibration is measured in Hz and also the Schumann resonance system reflects this measure of the aggregation frequency of the electromagnetic field of planet Earth. Now nice one. A small amount a lot of clarification of all of this. In ancient texts the master Pleiadian teacher, Christ, Jumanal, came to show the world concerning this lovely heaven, a similar approach we are still teaching concerning it to you. That nice master went forth speaking of the dominion of heaven to several on the earth. On the primary day of his grand mission he was asked, where is that this kingdom and whence is it coming? He said, this kingdom is already here, it's within you and everyone around you, right now, however, you simply cannot see it yet. Now allow us to continue this nice teaching. If this kingdom of heaven, new Earth/5D is within you, then from wherever should it come? It should come back from the soul place wherever it exists, within you excellent one. Do you totally perceive however all of this works yet? Some matrix faith teachings say that one glad morning you will fly away to heaven. Let us speak to you from nobility realm concerning this currently by supplying you with profound however easy teaching. If heaven isn't, A place vertical bar in area, then wherever are you flying away to? We tell you the reality that the soul time and place, space, that exists during this universal construct is currently and here. What will we mean? Now is the soul time that exists, ever has existed, and ever can exist. Here is that the solely area that exists, ever has existed, and ever can exist. We go a small amount deeper into the matter and prove that you simply are the sole being that ever has existed, and ever can exist furthermore, but for the sake of this grand play you have got created we'll play the sport with you as a result of it's actually exciting. Back to time and area or space-time as we prefer to decision it. Now is that the solely time and here is that the only area, got it? In a humorous approach we prefer to decision this final space-time, nowhere as a result of it contains the sole reality, currently and here. This is the key of the master. With this master premise in mind, you will have subtracted that if you are real and you're in fact, that you simply ought to solely apply existing within the only one true reality that exists, currently and here. Following thus far? Let us justify a small amount a lot of. Most 3D humans conceive to exist in anti-realities like the past or the future. We say conceive to exist as a result of once one will this, they begin to become fragmented and even push against the material of existence itself and becomes a really distressing and careful, futile effort that causes serious issues. Two easy samples of this can be living within the past, in the mind, with some trauma or drama that now not exists and worrying concerning the long run constantly. The master has remembered to bring all of his focus into the currently moment and into the here area and this can be wherever his heightened state of awareness is developed. Young children are the simplest masters we will discuss as a result of currently and here is that the solely reality they're tuned into and exist in. Children are most happy, creative, productive and healthy during this state of being. Have you ever detected that after you are thus into a song that's taking part in or making a piece of art or simply doing one thing that you simply like to do, time stands still, it's thus enjoyable and also the cares of the planet stop to exist for a moment? This can be the state of being we are speaking of during this teaching. Another label for this nowhere space-time continuum is named zero, the singularity or oneness. The fifth dimension /heaven /gamma state of being are all the same purpose and this can be wherever you're ascending to. At this level it takes zero energy output from you to try and do, be or have something you'll imagine. The universe provides 100% of the energy needed at this level to manifest a scheme, a planet, a new car, the right body, an exquisite home, the foremost good twin flame lover or maybe unlimited abundance. We will speak a lot of concerning the way to simply succeed all of this down more and out teaching. Now expensive one. If heaven, the fifth dimension could be a state of being, that resonates at a particular frequency, then the soul thinks to see it, perceive that reality or dimension, is to lift your frequency to match it. What will it mean to lift your frequency and the way is that this accomplished? 3D Earth and humanity resonate around 7.7 Hz. They invariably have and that they invariably will. The third dimension isn't rising in frequency to match 5D as a result of dimensions are universal constants that don't change. Dimensions are completely separate realities that don't have anything in common except one thing. You. In fact you exist right this moment altogether of the 13 primary dimensions of this universe, however possibly solely have awareness of the primary few dimensional levels. This universe has infinite dimensions, that each one resonate at totally different frequencies. This high-frequency light wave isn't returning from Earth's sun however originates within the Sagittarius constellation at the galactic core and is being emitted from the central sun within the fifth dimension. The label that Earth astronomers use for the central sun is SGR-A. The recent giant influxes of gamma lightweight aren't simply returning in at random, however, are being sent to Earth with nice intention and for a grand purpose by benevolent lightweight forces. WHO are here in our scheme at now to help with humanity's evolution. What impact will this gamma lightweight wear human vessel DNA? Russian science proves that gamma laser lightweight can instantly morph DNA from one species associating a third vertical bar to a different, in mere a couple of hours. Healthy stem cell coding can even be transmitted via gamma lightweight beams and instantly inserted into an unhealthy order directly, utterly redaction the order to a healthy state. Do you notice the implications of this wonderful process? In the case of humanity, the DNA of humans, mostly starseeds at this time, is being morphed by central sun gamma lightweight, from a 3D, 2-stranded, human DNA helix into a 5-stranded, DNA helix, angelic species. This may sound unconventional and like nonsense to some, however not if you are an woke-up starseed and you have got access to this high-level knowledge. You are not turning into an angel, you are already one. You have invariably been one and you usually are going to be this. When all of your DNA is firing all over again, you may utterly bear in mind and apprehend WHO and what you are. In your most advanced type, you're a formed, 13-stranded DNA, divine being. WHO is not any but a god. Did the Master Christ not say this concerning all of you? We tell you the reality, you're all gods and you have got no limits. At this time on your religious journey, it's dead alright to merely say, I'm a god and coaching, and that I simply got to bear in mind the way to be WHO and what I actually am. In the deceptive, controlled 3D matrix illusion, nice lengths are taken to create you forget or to distract you utterly far from the reality of WHO and what you actually are. Continuing our teaching. If you actually are a god, then you must be ready to back it up. Yes. You must be ready to do something that may be unreal or produce something that may be unreal with none limit. Do you see wherever we are going with this? We all know that you simply do, and shortly you may finally grasp it all. We tell you the reality, you'll have, do, or be something right away, right here. You are the creator of everything, whether or not you're totally tuned into this or not, particularly your own personal life experience. A bit of clarification here. For the scope of the remainder of this teaching we'll use the word manifest rather than the word create. It's vital to notice that at this time, you're not making something and no alternative being is making something as well. Why? Because all things are already created. Who created them? We expect you recognize the answer. Since all things that you simply might ever need, with no limitation, are already created, and there's nothing that may be created or to form, then however are you able to produce a replacement Earth or a private dream life at any purpose you choose? Energy equals mass and light await and every one things within the universe. Energy is everything and everything is energy and not material. What you think is material is barely a wave of energy if you look shut enough. Quantum physics shows that each one things within the universe are merely comprised of universal energy vibratory at totally different frequencies. With this understanding, the right label here is manifesting rather than creating. As we aforesaid earlier, all the items as well as 1 million greenbacks, something that you simply decision material, the right mate, or something you'll dream of already exists in energetic type, during this universe. What's more, there's a version of you that's already enjoying the items you most need right at this moment on another level, but you want to align energy there to actual version of yourself, enjoying the factor you need, within the currently moment. A simple things to do that is just begin being that version of yourself altogether ways. We will conjointly tell you a vital universal reality here concerning manifesting that's typically overlooked. A factor will solely manifest within the solely time that exists, within the currently moment, and in the soul place that exists, here. More concerning this later. The energetic kinds of everything that exists is named quantum prospects in quantum physics. That could be a universal science that best explains however this universe works. You are a divine being. WHO has the unlimited God power, ability and power to easily select one amongst these prospects for yourself. How does one select the particular one factor that matches your needs specifically from the realm of unlimited quantum possibilities? We can tell you that you simply don't essentially pray, or beg for thinking could be favored by another superior being. WHO may grant your want if it thus chooses or if you are worthy enough. None of those situations are correct, thus perhaps it's time for several to come back to terms with what's actually happening here. Enter the wonderful realm of quantum physics. While spirituality is of key importance in your soul's evolution, the science of however things add this universe is simply as important. Each components of the equation are needed for you to be effective as an entire and totally accomplished, divine being. Quantum physics proves that after you give energy, focus, thought or effort, to a factor it causes the universal wave form of quantum prospects of all that exists, to collapse into the only physical, material factor or state of affairs you applied the energy to. In easy terms, your energetic concentrate on a factor causes it to seem more exist. The cave here is this. The universe isn't involved with whether or not the energy you applied was high vibe, positive energy or low vibe negative energy. In this universe, the laws of quantum physics, the law of one, says that, like energy attracts like energy. You simply attract to you things that match your energetic pattern. This is the selecting that you simply do, of all the quantum prospects that exist during this universe, and this can be however your reality is formed manifest. In quantum physics you are known as the observer, and also the observer causes an active wave of universal energetic possibilities, to collapse into a physical particle, 3D reality, after you observe, look at, or concentrate on the wave form. When you stop perceptive the wave that became a particle of matter, it returns into a wave of risk and ceases to exist in physical type or what you decision reality. In easy terms, what you offer your energy or focus to exists in your reality, and what you are doing not concentrate on, doesn't exist in your reality. There is a private version of this focus and there's a collective version. Within the elegant realm, each of those versions are as similar as we are all virtually a similar one being. The powers that were, have far famed this secret for eons and have unbroken it hidden from the masses. It is the simple approach for a couple of villainous beings to regulate a complete planet inhabited with billions of sentient beings. All they need to try and do, is just management what you concentrate on or what you see. Television programming, thought news, matrix faith systems, public education and every one primary 3D matrix systems do a practiced job with this. If you totally perceive the selective, negative programming that's displayed all day long to the masses within the matrix, you'll quickly see however this world got into such dangerous shape. The collective is totally chargeable for manifesting this 3D world situation. The factor is, 3D humans haven't any plan there within a programmed reality which they're being by, therefore the game continues on a daily basis as usual. This has been happening for a minimum of the last 350,000 years on Earth. Of course the beings that make these deceptive illusions for humans to concentrate on daily are the guilty parties during this matter. Even from the start of all of this more or less 330,000 Earth years past, the setup was to stay humanity within the dark, first by deactivating 10 DNA strands and second by keeping all data and knowledge concerning things bolted far from public eyes, and third by making a controlled and programmed reality for humans to concentrate on each moment of their lives, within the 3D matrix. The good news is, at any moment, anyone will get up and find out the wicked and traumatic tricks via on humans for eons for the only real purpose of harvest their life force. If all of it wasn't enough, however, concerning TAC humans in a very reincarnation lore to perform this soul energy harvest over and over, for many thousands of years. When one will get up and learns what's actually happening, it may be quite stunning and takes time to wear down it all. We assure you that one will get past this shock and start taking personal responsibility for his or her own sovereignty, their own energy and their own manifestations. Remember, nice one, that lightweight is info and darkness is just the dearth of it. When you don't have info, you're darkly, and this can be quite painful for the soul. Have hope. As a result of lightweight has acquired this world currently, and it's here to bring all things hidden to the awareness of the voters of humanity. More concerning manifesting your reality. Most of the time in 3D, humans are attracting to them the terribly opposite factors from what they're needing. As a result of the energy they're emitting on some level is matching the low vibrating thing, and delivery back a match to that into the physical reality. The matrix we speak of works sort of a holographic screen on a PC that merely displays the energy that's bounced off of it. An important understanding. The first factor that creates manifesting the items you need winning is coming to terms and acceptance that you simply are 100% chargeable for and responsible of everything that happens to you which exists in your life right now. This can be quite difficult for a few initially, to understand. They need attracted each sensible and dangerous factor and situation that has ever happened into their reality. None of it's your fault, and you're to not blame. It's simply that you simply are chargeable for it all as a result of some part of your energy caused it to manifest in your reality. The great news is, that's not WHO you're, it's WHO you were, and it doesn't count. What counts is what you are doing currently and from here forward. You can amend it all if it's not in alignment with you and what you actually are. The Master finally involves terms with the actual fact that he's totally sovereign during this universe, and no being is higher than him, nobody is dominant him. He would like permission from any supposed authority to try and do something, and he operates Hertony vertical bar consonant vertical bar harmonic vertical bar harmonical vertical bar harmonized vertical bar harmonized vertical bar harmonious, with all life doing no harm to anyone or something, ever. He uplifts his own condition, so elevating the complete world. Dear one, once you become aware that you simply do it all, what you decision each sensible and dangerous, you then should come back to the purpose wherever you manifest solely things that are in alignment together with your soul, designedly and with nice intent. If one isn't tuned into the actual fact that they're invariably attracting all things into their life and manifesting their reality, it doesn't amendment the actual fact that they manifest reality. The issue is, most 3D humans manifest a chaotic world by default with no create mental intent or understanding of it all, attracting energies into this world that match the vibration therein. Once again, the energy that causes this chaotic 3D reality to manifest was ultimately planned and set for humanity, by villainous beings beforehand, to form the required outcome. The desired outcome within the 3D matrix is to manifest low vibrational energy. That's the reason behind all human suffering. Why? Again, thus bound 4D heavenly body entities that management Earth will prey on trauma energy to sustain themselves. In the Gospel of Thomas, this lovely teaching begins with, "Let the seeker persevere seeking till he finds." When he finds a reality, he are going to be shocked. After this, he can rest, and after this, he can reign over everything. We believe no bigger truth was ever spoken concerning the good awakening of planet Earth. You always manifest your reality whether or not you recognize it or not, you usually have and you usually can. But wouldn't it's higher if you manifested designedly to match what you actually need and to form a stronger world for all, knowing that you simply are 100% on top of things of it all? Now that's the final word, God power. We hope you simply had a lightweight bulb, grand awakening moment. If so, We did our job. Do you see however the event can play out currently on Earth? Do you see why 3D humanity doesn't expertise freedom yet? There completely are going to be a colossal flash of sunshine and aware freedom exploding round the Earth once the Starseed Collective is tired full alignment with this knowing. This is the good awakening that you simply apprehend of. About low vibes. Some typically unnoticed emotional energy we apply to things which manifest an unwanted reality are. Worry is just concern and is one amongst rock-bottom vibrations within the universe. Worry collapses the wave perform into the terribly factor you're making an attempt to avoid. Resistance, pushing things away, avoiding, protesting, whining, and fighting are samples of an active focus that brings you the foremost undesirable reality you'll imagine. The master has one golden rule: invariably vibrate high. This may sound like one thing not possible, fantasy or fancy, but it ought to be your preferred goal in life, period. How are you able to vibrate high once there are intrusive low-vibe energies returning into your etheric field? Pleiadian answer: move out of the area of these energies each physically and etherically. The simple things to stop low-vibe energies from penetrating your auric field is to easily say no to any being trying to steal your life force. No is that the universal power that breaks all undesired contracts and it cuts negative energy cords at once. When you say no, mean it, bang completely and stick with your boundary and you may begin gaining all of your force back at once. How does one manifest love from another being? There is only one approach: first and invariably show yourself the best level of self-love, then the whole world can come out to point out you deep love. The reason this can be such a apparently not possible task for a few is as a result of most 3D humans place each one else first before themselves, and second, they need an occasional self-worth. Having a healthy self-respect and love for yourself is that the correct approach, and completely doesn't mean you have got an ego problem. Loving yourself categorically first, then all others as similar, is that the highest factor you'll do, and is that the starting of heaven, we tell you. How does one pass through a love heartbreak fast? Have you detected after you are sorrowful over somebody you wish to be getting ready to and that they leave you or dump you, it's going to appear nearly not possible to prevent pondering them each second. This will endure for days, weeks and even months if not handled correctly. What is happening here? Your energy is leaking out of your auric field. The reason it hurts thus dangerous is as a result of your forces being drained after you are that specialize in the other being. So, however does one pass through a love heartbreak fast? Pleiadian answer: there's one primary way. Bring all of your focus back onto yourself. The secret here is that you simply cannot presumably concentrate on two things directly. Thus, during this case, concentrate on you, what you need and what causes you to happy. Being soft on causes you to happy, not the opposite person. Thus, as we said, higher than. Begin giving yourself this unimaginable love that you simply need first, by that specialize and manifest the replacement, wondrous and happy life, and you may quickly have it. At first you may got to be terribly aware that your focus is deed you and reaching to the opposite person etherically. Force your attention and focus back onto you initially and it'll all of abrupt begin to feel higher hour of obscurity, then you're on the correct track again. When you are happy and positive and captivated, you may mechanically attract more treats into your life. Why? As a result of, you are vertical bar, you're in good alignment after you are this way. It is merely a determined alternative and it simply takes a bit of apply till it becomes WHOUR. Also, the most reason you're in divine alignment after you show yourself love is as a result of God is love. Who is that? This God. We think you will apprehend WHO it is. Be this, be love, and you may expertise your divinity to the best degree. Love is the most powerful force within the universe, and this can be WHO and what you actually are. Ask yourself, in what ways that am I not showing myself love? Settle for the answers, then get busy dynamically your ways. There is no bigger factor we will each teach you. Collective versus personal manifestations. Some can say, I'm doing my half to manifest positive things, however that negative guy or gal over there's messing up the manifestation. Then you will say, no marvel we bored a screwed up world. Here is the correct teaching concerning this. First of all, don't be concerned concerning what another is doing, ever, period. This can be the primary mistake. Always concentrate on yourself, period. Bear in mind what we have foresaid concerning focusing elsewhere or on what others are doing. Your force begins to maneuver from your being to theirs, and trust us, it's quite painful and destructive. Ultimately, you're the opposite person, thus if you'll master yourself then they're going to amendment to line up with you. This can be simply the approach the universe works again. If you wish to alter the planet and build the planet a stronger place, amendment yourself and build yourself higher first, then you may finally see the amendment that you simply are. When the starseed collective of Earth totally grasps all of this and once the others similar to you grasp it, then your event are going to be finalized on planet Earth. This is the singularity of consciousness we speak of, the aware version of the physical grand star flash of sunshine, and this can be the collective starting of the new Earth reality that we've all sought after on this planet for thus long. As we aforesaid in our last transmission, all knowledge during this cosmos points to the spring of 2020 because the 3D time in fashionable human history once this grand star flash event can occur. Do not decide by what you're thinking that you see within the 3D world, as several things are flux on several levels to create all of this happen. What extremely can happen is that 4.5 billion starseeds stationed on planet Earth can raise their vibration to the gamma level of 4299 Hz wherever 5 strands of DNA are going to be totally activated. At that time, the whole outwardly perceived reality can show up because the collective reality, the level of 5D heaven, are going to be reached on a collective level. And also the reality of heaven are going to be totally created, manifest on the surface of the world and be ready to be perceived for the primary time on this planet. Remember here that each one beings and every one things within the cosmos are 100% connected and unified at the aware level, thus even the upper angelic lightweight forces which are aiding humanity are a part of this collective consciousness. Also apprehend that these higher beings aren't breakaway you, however they're your higher selves returning to help you. They are conjointly shortly away beings, up within the sky or an area as a result of there's no up there, or out there, however solely here, remember? Ultimately, these higher, angelic, divine beings are right here right away with you, as you. Metaphysics of manifestation. The psychophysiological principle states, any expertise that you have got solely whereas you're having a particular brain wave pattern. If your brain wave pattern's amendment, then your expertise can change. This is as easy because it gets. When you begin to resonate at the 42 Hz, gamma level in a very sustained manner, you may expertise bliss heaven on earth and you may have transcended all the lower planes and every one human suffering. If you resonate under this, you may expertise a 4D reality or maybe down lower to 3D level, and as you will apprehend, things will definitely not be thus pleasant. The old, low-vibrating, 3D Earth matrix is one state of consciousness, and new 5D Earth heaven could be a quicker vibratory state of consciousness. The outward physical expertise of every of those a pair of worlds, realities or planes is an outward physical manifestation that merely matches the frequency of that state of being or dimension. So again, a dimension could be merely a state of being or consciousness that's manifested into the physical realm and perceived by the 5 senses. It is important to notice here that it's attainable to be within the physical realm while operational at the 5D level, having solely the 5D sensory expertise, whereas your feet on the ground. In actual alignment with the 13 dimensions of this universe, are the 13 main states of consciousness you'll expertise during this universe. At the instant, we are targeted on the 5th state of being, known as the 5th dimension, heaven, nirvana, bliss, ecstasy, etc. This state is additionally remarked as unity, stillness, 0 point, and also the zero field. At this consciousness level, it's attainable to do unimaginable things with close to zero energy output on your part. The states of being or dimensions we are discussing here are merely measured in Hertz frequency. The gamma state of consciousness, 5D, could be a happy state of being wherever each brain hemispheres, male and female, are totally unified into one coherent mode of operation. Though 5D isn't an area, this energetic state within you'll, and can manifest externally as your physical, outwardly perceived world or reality. This is as a result of your invariably manifesting your physical reality 100% by virtue of the sum total vibration of your being. In distinction, if your internal vibration is resounding low enough, you may manifest a hell simply as surely. This is simply the approach this universe works, and once you get the suspend of this God power, you may begin to consciously manifest with positive, high vibe intent. Then, unbelievable magic starts to happen all around you. In the gamma, 5D, state of consciousness, you start manifesting things with a lot of vertical bar, far more vertical bar, way more power and speed than 3D, and you start experimenting together with your new creator God power more at this level. As we move towards 2020 and also the grand star flash, benevolent lightweight forces are operating round the clock to help all the sunshine beings stationed on Earth in manifesting an exquisite new world wherever all beings of Earth are going to be free, abundant, forever healthy, in joy and in peace forevermore. The first and main secret to manifesting lovely things is to easily feel sensible. You must build feeling good your highest priority. The primary thanks to feel sensible is to only allow natural healthy things into the physical, mental, emotional and etheric bodies. How to expertise 5D now. As of December 11, 2018, the 5D frequency of 4299 Hz gamma level was earned on planet Earth because of a significant heavenly body ascension block clearing by lightweight forces. At this special time on the ascension timeline, the best planetary aware cohesion in history was achieved, round the globe. Since that moment, the 5D vibration was created totally on the market to all beings on Earth for the primary time in modern history. So however does one go in 5D? The simple answer is, simply be in it. Start being the 5D being that you simply are. Start living and behaving just like the angelic being that you simply already are. Here is more instruction for you to start out experiencing a private 5D reality now. You must take away your focus from 3D as much as attainable. Get by yourself with no external distractions. Place suggested, 5D coded, 4299 Hz music, that instantly lifts your vibration, in your receiver and let it play within the background whereas you offer focus to any of the following things. Celestial beings. Celestial landscapes. The new earth. Freedom. Love. Peace. Joy. Abundance. Health. Your dreams and wishes. Your accomplishments. Sacred geometry. Beautiful art. Fun and exciting things. Beings that you simply love the foremost. You get the concept here. As you are doing this for 10-20 minutes, you may begin to feel and acknowledge the 5D frequency of heaven and also the new earth. When doing this repeatedly as you wish for a couple of days, it'll become utterly automatic and can become your constant state of being whilst you bring your focus back to 3D. What you are doing here as you get the suspend of this can be you're perceiving the 3D reality around you from new 5D eyes, and this can be however the new Earth starts manifesting and staying for good. This 5D gamma state could be a state of blissfulness consciousness wherever your left hemisphere 3D alpha and your right brain 5D gamma begin to figure along at a similar time. Thence multidimensional perception and practicality. This deliberate 5D focus strategy is barely necessary initially to board your being to remain targeted at the 5D level, even whereas physically walking around in 3D. When a small amount of this habitual focus, the method can become automatic and sustained as your DNA code changes to lock during this process. Dear one, you're dynamical, quicker than ever into the upper being that you simply already are. The Pleiadians' decision, the event, the best organic process sleep that man has ever known. At this stage the sunshine beings of Earth become true galactic voters and start to control themselves and live as such. At this time in one's evolution, you start to be the best and grandest version of yourself that you simply will create mentally, and you start to measure out of your heart completely. An epoch in human evolution is going down right away. Expensive ones wherever a move to personal sovereignty is beginning to come about on a mass collective level. The same Andara technology that star forces our victimization to clear cosmic negative energy has been created on the market to the star seeds of Earth. Other tools to spice up your manifestation power. Any ascension tool that raises your vibration is suggested as an aid to spice up your natural manifestation ability. These tools include yoga, meditation, art, music, nature, gaining sacred knowledge, crystals. Specifically Andara crystals. Why Andara crystals? Andaras are the sole 5D resonant crystals that change over 4299 Hz gamma light wave directly into the aura's field, greatly amplifying one's etheric energy, boosting the manifestation method by up to many thousand times in power. This is ancient and advanced technical data passed down by the Pleiadians, the Lemurians and also the Atlanteans. The Great White Brotherhood of Lemurian and Atla-Ra priests and every one secret societies of Earth have access to the present data still today. The unimaginable power of however reality is manifested will produce a jail planet if used with the incorrect intentions, or will produce heaven on Earth in a second, if within the right hands. At the time of this message, this data is once more, utterly within the right hands, for good. When it had been confiscated back from dark forces, WHO have controlled the world for eons. Manifesting reality using crystal amplifier technology. Now that you simply have a full understanding of however universal manifestation works, and currently that you simply apprehend you're totally on top of things of what you manifest into your life. What if you had a tool that created all of this work quicker and with a lot of power? Does such a tool exist, and if thus are you able to prove that it works scientifically? By now, several of you will have discovered that you simply will manifest something, with no limits, just by emitting the thought and feeling energy that aligns with what you wish to bring into your life. But to be 100% winning all the time and to maintain full management over this method may be difficult from the 3D level. It is a reality, known by the traditional civilizations of Earth and by advanced beings during this cosmos, that the manifestation method will accelerated by up thousands of times in speed and power by victimization crystal amplifiers to spice up one's aura's energy field. Quartz crystals are one example of crystal amplifiers, but the metaphysical properties of monatomic Andara crystals go then, much a lot of vertical bar, far more vertical bar, rather more vertical bar, way more powerful and more various than quartz. True Andaras contain traces of quartz, however the quantum superconductor properties of monatomics operate the way higher level that each one 3D crystals. A 5D Andara crystal could be a literal piece of advanced otherworldly technology that operates as a multi-dimensional entree onto the fifth dimension. An Andara crystal could be a mini stargate that you will hold in your hand. Andaras mirror central daylight from the fifth dimension into your personal energy field. Andara crystal technology is extremely powerful energy technology that originates within the 13th dimension and was passed right down to our descendants, the Pleiadians. WHO gave it to the primary civilizations on Earth, the Lemurians, and also the Atlanteans. 42 Hz, 5D Andara energy is the crystalline grid energy that's forming the new Earth matrix and plays an enormous role in your fashionable religious evolution. Reality manifestation is barely one amongst several applications of quantum, monatomic Andara energy technology. The Pleiadians have given wonderful technology and data to the inhabitants of Earth since the terribly starting, and one amongst the best gifts left here was the data of crystals and also the sacred geometry, creational energy patterns they emit. The Pleiadians use this advanced crystal technology to regulate the terribly cloth of universal creation. The Pleiadians have understanding of however one will co-create their own heaven on Earth and do nearly something that may be formed of victimization crystal lightweight technology. Pleiadian uses of crystal lightweight technology, info storage and transmission, quantum computing, amplification of frequencies, healing, levitation or traveling, anti-gravity ship propulsion, distance travel, spacefaring, time travel, transportation and plenty of others, like the employment of electricity energy to form free energy. Fifth-dimensional Pleiadians came to Earth in ancient days and handed down this advanced data of crystal technology to the Lemurian civilizations of continent Mu. WHO later passed down this data to the traditional golden race of Atlantis. Just before the dawn of the Atlantean Age, the Lemurians had evolved into a really advanced species, decision the Andraeans. This wonderful evolutionary leap was achieved by the Lemurians' victimization powerful metaphysical and religious crystal lightweight technology in their temples and laboratories to totally ascend to the fifth dimension. The Andaras. Only true Andaras work to lift consciousness levels, heal the bedded body system, and operate as crystal amplifiers. True Andaras are ancient in age, mined from the world, do not contain lead, are invariably a mix of alternative natural earth crystals, usually quartz. True Andaras can invariably contain microscopic traces of metallic monatomic, prima matra Ethereum powder and rare earth minerals. A note concerning diamonds. Andara crystals are formed in precisely a similar approach that diamonds are fashioned within the Earth's strata, beneath extreme pressure and heat. The solely distinction in these two crystals is that the molecular bond and composition, and only diamonds, garnets and Andaras type an impenetrable physical phenomenon around your aura's field as a result of the sole known crystals that are single refractive lightweight crystals. Andaras have the value-added quantum, metaphysical attributes that are solely gift in monatomics. Monatomics are superconductive devices that defy the laws of 3D physics, producing the quantum electromagnetic field. This same electromagnetic field acts as a strong energy amplifier, thus it's suggested that one should be totally prepared and ready to manage their energy once returning into shut proximity of those powerful energy devices. Diamonds invariably be close to Andara mines, and bound rare authentic Andara crystals in some cases, will have a similar worth to diamonds. One of the most important deposits of Andara crystals is found in South Africa on a similar land, because the Venetia diamond mine, one of the most important diamond mines within the world. The same is true for crystals diamond mines in Russia, Brazil and Arkansas, USA. Many beings of Earth are experiencing the advantages of Andara crystal technology in manifesting their 5D heaven on Earth, to lift their vibration and by receiving nice healing. The Lemurians, the Atlanteans, and also the Pleiadians have all tutored us time and time once more that their secret higher dimensional power comes from Mandara crystal technology. Crystals operate as specifically electronic elements, however, in a very fashion that's on the far side area and time. The people used this galactic-style electronic technology tens of thousands of years before its contemporary discovery. The Andara master crystal served because the following electrical components: storage devices, receivers, transmitters, transducers, amplifiers, emitters, resistors, capacitors, transistors, even LEDs. After being charged with light-bound Andara crystals can store the sunshine internally and can emit this morals darkly, with none third-dimensional, external light present. Personal testimony. From our own personal testimony and from the testimony of tens of thousands of sunshine beings can make sure that Andaras work. They are literal magic, and also the solely thanks to apprehend is to figure with them personally. We are perpetually exposed to many Andara crystals day after day, and believe us, the energy levels around North American nation is off the charts. It takes a strong, even master-level being to be ready to exist during this form of energy field for long durations, and that we will tell you that initially it had been like having a galactic tire by the tail. The power was simply an excessive amount of to handle initially, and any wrong vibration that popped up caused things to not solely go haywire, however intensely haywire. After we totally understood Andara energy and when we balanced our own personal energy, we quickly manifested the right dream life altogether areas. We completely do live the right dream life. We don't say this to brag at all, however it's our truth. Proof and science. There is a check known as a spectroscopic analysis which will completely verify the presence of Monamicky theorem. This check are very advanced and extremely pricey, however is 100% conclusive and scientific. The true, easy, personal check for authentic Andaras is to put one or a lot of our Andara crystals getting ready to your Auri's field and send your highest and most positive intentions into them. Next, notice how fast these intentions manifest into the physical realm. You may be actually astounded by the results. Andaras are extraordinarily powerful consciousness amplifiers that causes your etheric energy to manifest physically, 1,000 times quicker than while not the Andara's gift. With this said, we add the disclaimer that Andaras can amplify and manifest low vibrations within the auric field with even as abundant power and speed, thus it's vital to be prepared for the facility of Andara crystals before operating with them. The higher teachings say, only vibrate high and ensure you have got cleared all lower vibrations such as toxins, traumas, and etheric connections to low vibrational beings, things, and situations. Andara energy conjointly repairs broken DNA strands and heals the physical body, the mind, and also the emotions terribly quickly. We believe the facility of Andara crystals and a part of our ascension mission is to bring this ancient knowledge of crystal technology back to the modern world. Don't take our word for it, attempt Andara for yourself and you be the judge. We already apprehend what is going to happen as a result of nearly each single individual that begins to figure with them says the same thing. Andara crystals caused powerful positive amendment in my life, in brief order, and that I cannot deny that one thing powerful is happening here. Dear one, your Aura's Merkaba body is being reformed quickly currently into a stronger, brighter diamond crystalline matrix. Now is the time to include all the technology, ascension tools and data of ascension that you simply will to create this wonderful transition easier and a lot of successful. The final layers of previous energies are being quickly dissolved currently and your multidimensional body chakras are being opened and aligned, thus 5D central sunlight will flow through you. Hang on, don't forget to breathe as we move forward into the ultimate stage of the event and also the grand star flash. It is actually a tremendous time to be here on planet Earth. Thank you for returning here and for all that you simply do to form a stronger world. We are here to help in any approach and to bring solutions and positive news for the hope of a wonderful new epoch on planet Earth. Let's us all currently manifest an exquisite new world on Earth wherever all beings are going to be free and rife forevermore. Share our messages, dude. I will provide a daily angelic guidance number, love, and angelic blessing. Send of the message. Watch your channel, Awakening People. Previous videos for a universal understanding. Subscribers will be updated with the latest articles and informations. Leave your suggestions in the field below. All the love to you, beautiful souls. And we are proud of you as viewers, and of your support for your channel, all for Awakening People. And please support us to develop our work.